Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for clicking again. Clicking and listening. Whatever you're doing, maybe we're enhancing it. Maybe we're making it worse. Whatever we're doing, we're happy to do it. If we're making your day worse, we're happy for that. We'd prefer it the other way, but hey, imagine getting a fan base. There's got to be things. There's things out there that people enjoy because they dislike it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like sports talk radio.
Sure. I was thinking like reality TV, like Jersey Shore type stuff. Like they love it because it's
Donald Trump.
It's a train wreck. Yeah, I suppose. They love to hate Donald Trump. Maybe they love. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's if we want to.
Housewives of New Jersey.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know if we want to lump this show in with those. None of those are good things for the most part. Anyway, I remembered having this conversation in my group chat of about 12 guys that I've known for a long time, and it's also something I've conversed deeply with coworkers and great thinkers and men alike. It's something that I want you guys to ponder as well.
Yes, I'll suck a dick for $1 million.
Yeah, that's another one. That's another one that
I'll do it.
Yeah, of course, of course. I feel like anyone who says no to that, I mean, they aren't gambling people, if that makes sense.
Or they're liars.
Or they're liars. Yeah, either or. So the question is, here's the question. What time of day is it most suitable for you to shave your balls? What time of day makes the most sense? Because I'll tell you guys, I'm vulnerable on here. You know that. I don't lie. I don't pull any punches. I'll shave my balls early afternoon, like 2 p.m. sometimes.
Mine's whenever they need shaving.
Yeah, but like a time, you don't think of a time of day? Is there a part?
I don't think I even think about it.
See?
Just
that's how I feel.
if I just got to do it, I do it.
That's how I feel. Because mine happens to be at 2 p.m. I don't think like this is the right time, but according to some other people.
Is that just when you shower, though?
Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, but see, I've given that preface to every argument that I've had with people about this, where it's like, yeah, I shower. Let's say I'll shave before I go shower, and I'll shower in the afternoon after the gym or whatever. And they're like, no, 2 p.m. It's weird. They think it's weird. They're like, why are you shaving your balls at 2 p.m? Yeah.
What time do they shave their balls?
That's
their morning or night?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's obviously subjective, right? Because it only makes sense if you're not doing it before you shower. When are you doing it? You're not going to do it when you're ready for bed.
Yeah, because like I shower like when I get home from work or like wherever I'm at, I'll shower. And if I need to trim and manscape, that's when it happens.
Right. Yeah, so it's like a free-flowing.
Sometimes I shower like in the morning before work. I'm not going to go shaving on like before a quick shower, and add more time, I'm on a time crunch. Right.
Sure. You can look past the jungle. Even if you really need it.
Got to get out the door.
Yeah, you got to get out the door, right. It is like a thing you got to set time for, though, because you can't do it fast.
Yeah.
You got to be delicate.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a ritual.
I take long showers, too.
Oh, me too. It's the best. That's what sucks about living with roommates now. Before, when I lived in Connecticut, I would just have the shower on, and I'd be on the phone talking to my mom in a towel and, smoking weed and whatever in the bathroom. Shower be going for an hour before I even get in there. I would love doing that. Yeah, we're big environmentalists here. We we take hour-long showers. Yeah, it's just water. Who gives a fuck? It's just everybody using all the water all the time. It's okay. Yeah, no, so I want you guys to ask the men in your life, right? If you're a lady that's listening, ask your boyfriend. Ask...
You're from the ladies, too.
Ask your father. Oh, yeah, I guess you could ask.
When do you shave it?
Yeah, ladies, when do you get it done? Is it a morning thing? Is it part of the skincare routine before bed?
Just think of Joey Diaz, like, you wax that muffler?
Yeah, that monkey. Listen, Joe Rogan, a fucking monkey. He was sweating. It's so funny how now he kind of doesn't do anything at all. Like
he doesn't do stand-up, right?
He doesn't do stand-up. I don't think he does podcasts. He just he just dropped his book, his memoir, which we've heard every story from, if I had to guess. But yeah, you guys, we got to start getting we need to get a conscious effort behind this to decide if there is the right time of day. Because they say to get gas in the morning, right? Because the air pressure is different, so you can get more for your dollar.
Or like at night when it's cold, I think. Right?
It's something like that.
The temperature.
Yeah. So what if there's...
But it's such a minuscule difference that I don't give a shit. If it's 12 in the afternoon and I need gas, I'm going to get fucking gas.
Right. That's right. Yeah, I guess the need...
Like a goddamn American.
The need...
I'll leave the shower on.
Yeah.
Drive to go get gas
at
1 o'clock.
Shave my balls.
Come home, shave my balls, and then get in the shower.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you.
Then get back in the car and drive to get more razors and repeat the process of getting gas and shaving my balls.
Yeah, kind of with a American flag cape on, running back and forth. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys would stand with us. I feel like
don't let someone tell you how to live your life.
Guys and girls would stand with us. Yeah. So bring that up to the men in your life. I want to hear. I want to hear what they think. So there's a phenomenon, a consumerist phenomenon that I didn't know about. Did you know about dollar margaritas before now?
Yes.
Because supposedly they're back. I didn't know that they were a thing before.
Yes, I did know about them. There was also dollar Long Island iced teas, too.
Ooh.
Which is just...
At Applebee's, too?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Dollar margaritas. I couldn't think of a worse thing than a dollar Long Island iced tea.
2 first.
No. You get 2 of them for $1?
At least with the Long Island iced teas, they did that. But I think they were just trying to kill people.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's that's dangerous. That's because people are going to get them. I mean, people are getting them now. People who don't even drink Long Island iced teas would get them because they're $1. Like who?
Yeah, and it's just like just rubbing alcohol.
It's what, 5 alcohols? Yeah.
Yeah, it's rum, gin, vodka, tequila, and
triple sec. Yeah, and then a little bit of Coke, sour, lemon mix or whatever.
Splash of Coke.
Yeah. And it's from Applebee's, so it's like worse.
Yeah, and lower shelf liquors.
Yeah, right? Oh, God. Yeah, so it's obviously gone viral. It's one of those things that everyone's talking about, how everyone's getting absolutely fucked up on these things. I have a buddy who went and had them. So it's been going for 3 years. I don't even know about this. This is as big as anything in this country. There's people who are jumping for joy at the chance to go get dollar margarita because it's a deal. It's a deal. We love it. Margaritas are made with tequila, triple sec, and lime.
It's pretty crazy. It's a crazy thing.
It is crazy. So they're going to add spooky drinks, too. Tipsy Zombie made with Bacardi, superior. Okay. So they're using not top shelf, but like middle shelf stuff. Bacardi's good. Cuervo. I mean, nonetheless, it's customers took to the comments to guess their fan favorites would return. All you can eat wings, potato twisters, and sriracha shrimp. This country deserves judgment from an otherworldly entity, I think. So when did the drinks go on sale? Sunday. I'm assuming this was a couple weeks ago. Can customers grab Dollaritas to go? Why not? Why can't you? You might as well. It's going to be the cheapest DUI you've ever gotten, DWI, whatever it is. It's going to be the cheapest one that you've ever gotten. When the news got out, fans rejoiced online. Justice has finally been served. Justice has finally been served. That's a fantastic way to describe being able to get $1 sugar death drinks from Applebee's, whatever you want. I mean, and they always do half off apps, right?
Yeah,
That's standard.
That's all the time, right?
So you go and you get half off quesadillas and wings and fucking, what else would they have? Potato skins or something, right?
Yeah, mozzarella sticks.
Right. You go, you get all that for damn near nothing. And then you can get a margarita for actually nothing. And we want to complain still. we want to still say that we're ruined here in this country. I disagree because we are able to still have these things. That's what people are excited about.
It's also crazy that nothing costs $1 anymore.
Nothing.
There's no dollar menu at McDonald's. I know. It's just there.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to my grandmother recently, and she's old and cheap, so she hates hearing about McDonald's because I'll be like, McDonald's, a burger, one patty burger is like almost $3, if not over $3.
Yeah.
A McChicken's like $3.20, and it's poison food. The whole thing, the trade-off is it's poison, but it's cheap, and now it's not cheap. And Applebee's is dipping their toe back in the market. They're coming back. They're like, you guys wanted a $1 menu. Not only is it, at a place that's just a little better than McDonald's. Applebee's is like you can bring the family to Applebee's and sit down and have a decent time. Like if you bring the family and sit down at McDonald's, it's a different thing, unless you're in the middle of the day. But if you guys go out to dinner as a family, you don't go to McDonald's. You bring it home. That's what I remember. I mean, as a kid, I went to Applebee's pretty often.
Yeah, or you send, the mom will go pick it up through the drive-thru and just come back with it.
Yeah, exactly. The whole family doesn't sit down at McDonald's unless they're poor. And that's all they could get. Except now, they'd be better off going to Applebee's. Applebee's has flipped the switch. They got the better food, the better atmosphere, and you can get drunk at Applebee's. You can't get drunk at McDonald's. However, I was in a Taco Bell somewhere in the city. I don't remember where, and they had beer. They had a tap with 2 beers on it. I don't know.
Yeah, if you see the word cantina, Taco Bell cantina, they usually sell alcohol.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it must have been one of those. But other than that, McDonald's, it's almost like Applebee's is taking a page out of their book and saying, hey, we can make cancerous concoctions and sell them for cheap as well. We can do that too. Just because people come and sit here, don't think our clientele won't jump at the chance to get a 2 for Long Island iced tea.
Bonkers.
Oh, I mean, have you had one from there, first of all?
I think I had $1 Long Island iced tea there.
Right. Of course. I mean, if you're there, you're going to have to get one. It would only make sense.
Yeah, it was probably the last time I had a Long Island iced tea was $1 one from there.
I've never paid for a Long Island iced tea. I was given one time while I was working, oddly enough. That's the thing about the restaurant industry. 70% of the staff is usually fucked up. Just know that. Next time you go out to eat, they're hitting weed pens.
And then they're upselling you on $1 margarita.
Yeah, well, they're upselling you on adding a shot into it. Because I'm sure they can do that. If they're like, can I have a double? Like, how much is a double? $2? That's not bad at all. But yeah, that you go to a restaurant, for people who've never worked in a restaurant, you should know the bartenders doing drugs, the chefs definitely on drugs, everyone in the kitchen's on drugs. They're also the same ethnicity, regardless of what the food is that's coming out of the restaurant. It's always Spanish guys. Guatemalans love it. Guatemalans love working in the back of restaurants. I don't know if they love it, but it's definitely better than wherever they were before because a lot of them do it. I was working recently with a kid, and he's like this new guy started, and he's from another country, Spanish kid, and he is older. He's like 33 or something, but he's a busser, bar back, whatever. And my coworker comes up to me and he's like, dude, how, when you're 33, do you not try to get something a little better than bar back or busser? And I'm like, dude, this could be much better than wherever this guy was. He could have been somewhere awful, digging ditches and pulling weeds out of the ground. He's like, this is fantastic. I get to eat almost for free. I get to drink booze. Like, it's probably great. They get paid for it. But yeah, everyone's on drugs. Everyone's on drugs when you go out to eat, when you're trying to get your child to order the food for themselves, which is an awful thing. I'll say that as a server. Order for your kid. Just order for your kid, because your kid's got a mouthful of shit. He doesn't know how to talk. A lot of the times they're shy, and the parent forces them, and you got to stand there like a social worker and be weird. But yeah, well, it's yeah. And the whole time I'm just thinking about,
what sides do you want?
Yeah, I know. And the kid's like,
I want mac and cheese. We don't have mac and cheese.
Mom,
I want SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. You know what I want, kid? I want to pick you up and throw you into traffic. That's what I want to do. Yeah, really, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, when you're trying to get your kid to do that, just know that they're talking to a drug addict. Just know that the life advice, the life experience you're trying to give them right now is them trying to talk to a drug addict and get their food from them. Just know that that's what it is. It's not a teachable moment. Order the food, because everyone's on drugs. Everyone in there is on drugs, regardless of how nice the place is, too. I've worked in nice restaurants where you got to wear a button-up shirt and a black clothes and everything. Everyone's on drugs. Those places even more so, because there's a higher level of people expect more shit from you. So I can imagine how bananas it is to work at Applebee's right now, especially as a bartender. They're probably just having to make margaritas all day.
And then you get tipped less because the drinks are way less.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'll still tip 20% on a $1 margarita.
Yeah, right. But then again, you get, the big mamas who just finished 40 hours at the office, and they all go to Applebee's right at 5 o'clock. They might knock back, between 5 of them, they might knock back 40, 30.
40 margaritas between 5 people.
5 women who work in an office that have had enough. All they do is complain and bitch all the time. They're going to go to Applebee's on a Friday when they hear that there's dollar margs. They just keep ordering them.
Take down 8 of them?
8 apiece, bro. These ladies are stressed. Eat nachos and fucking...
Buy one regular priced one.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't know. Maybe you get, what about the frat bros? Frat bros could go in there and run amok, right? Vomit in the bathroom, come back out.
Yep.
Get the mott sticks in them, order 5 more. Why wouldn't they? That's the clientele they're drawing. They're drawing poor people. They're drawing homeless alcoholics. I mean, if you're a homeless alcoholic that's listening right now, go to Applebee's. If you're an alcoholic at all, what's a better deal? I mean, I guess you can get a nip for $1.
You think we have any homeless listeners?
I hope so. There's got to be. I mean, I put stickers all over the place with the QR code. So if there's homeless with cell phones. We've said it on here before. They, if they like gorillas, they might look at the cover art and be like, oh, interesting. QR code. So, yeah, if you're an alcoholic at all, you can go to Applebee's now. Now you can go to Applebee's after you've been jonesing all day. And I'm sure they have lunch specials as well. I mean, it's literally they're awakening a complete new market of people for themselves, and it's great. It's a great move, because everyone knows one of the highest values we have here is getting a deal. We love deals. Anytime there's a good deal, doesn't even matter. We don't even need the thing. That's why infomercials exist. Those are all just for people to be like, that's a good deal. I'm going to buy that.
QVC.
QVC, my mom, she is one of their main fucking donators over there at QVC. I mean, everyone's mom. If you grew up before the QVC generation, I pity you, because on any given day you could walk in and your mom was just watching. She was doing something else and folding laundry or whatever, and watching QVC and writing things down for Christmas, for herself, for other people. That's what my mom did. And a lot of a lot of other moms that I know, but that's a lost art. Now it's all topsy-turvy. You can get it right on the phone. You don't got to watch TV for nothing anymore. But that's the whole infomercial market. That's people who are up late at night. You know what? Side note, kind of related, but side note. This kid that I know, I don't know him, but he's a comedian, and he was talking about bipolar and the different kinds of bipolar. And he said I think it's bipolar 2, one of the symptoms is you love spending money. You can't stop spending money. It's like you fucking love it.
So you're just impulsive, or specifically you like to spend money?
I think it's both. I think you impulsively spend the fuck out of your money. You just keep buying stuff. You love it. Which I feel would classify a lot of people in that. Especially here in America. We love buying shit. Bipolar disorder is a mental illness. Manic and depressive. Manic episodes, people experience compulsive urge to spend money, resulting the purchase of unnecessary or unwanted items. Compulsive spending may be increased by psychological factors such as low self-esteem and the need to achieve, which are common traits for people with bipolar disorder. Interesting. So they're like, fuck, I'm so lame. I just have to buy more stuff. I have to buy more things so people like me. God damn, that's tough. That's tough. I feel like a lot of us have that, though, in some fast. Not all the time, but even if you don't buy shit all the time, we want nice things. You don't want to walk around in dirty clothes and whatnot, unless you're going to Applebee's. If you're going to Applebee's, you can pull up in anything, you know. People who are bipolar don't have to go to Applebee's because they're not going to spend enough money. They got to go somewhere.
They're enablers.
Yeah,
Applebee's.
That's right. Applebee's is fucking... I read another thing the other day that I think something about the enrollment for the military in the United States is down significantly because people can't pass the fitness test. Like, people are too fat.
They're going to lower the bar soon?
Yeah, right. We're just going to have big fat fatties running around. Let me see if I can find this. I think it's on...
I can search it.
I saw the article on Roca News, which you won't be able to get into, I don't think. Oh, here it is. Obesity is the number one disqualifier for recruiting prospects in the U.S. military. Last year, the Army fell 25% short of its recruitment goals. The pandemic accelerated the trend. 10,000 active duty soldiers crossed the obesity threshold from February 2019 to 2021. The military loses 658,000 work days and $103 million from the current overweight obesity rates in the military. That's pretty wild. That's the sign of a empire that has gotten way out of hand. We don't even have military available males to get out there and fight if we need it, because of places like Applebee's. Because Applebee's is just running amok all over us. But hey, listen, it is a deal. You got every right as an American to go out there and do what it is you have to do after you've shaven your balls at whatever time they need shaving.
Or before.
Yes. Oh, man. Shaving your balls after dollar margs?
Yeah, I think that's a terrible idea. We should stick with, 2 p.m.
But you could do it. That's the thing.
Sure.
You could do it. It's dangerous, and I'd recommend you don't do it at Applebee's. But again, You could shave your balls at Applebee's after dollar margaritas, which is probably the best case scenario if you're drinking them anyway. So, on that note, get out there and get those. This has been an ad, a paid-for ad by Applebee's and the U.S. military. What's the other one about Dwight Howard? This will be fun. Yeah, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard is getting loose. He's getting wild. He's getting crazy. This is an interesting story because it's about sexual assault, right? That's not why it's interesting. It's interesting because of kind of who's involved and what's happening here. Usually, NBA players, historically, basketball players, are known for taking down the ladies, all right? And I don't mean taken down negatively. I mean they are known All-Star Week, and the ladies love these fellas because they're so tall, and they are athletes, of course. Any athlete across the board, unless maybe not all of them get as much poon. But I'm thinking it's the top of the heap. Basketball players are they're putting it away, right? I mean, was it Wilt Chamberlain who said he's got the record, right?
It's like legendary numbers.
It's like
in tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands, yeah. So I mean, he's part of that group, and they do from time to time get charged with sexual harassment or sexual assault. But usually with some ladies. Usually it's the ladies they do it with. Dwight Howard supposedly blew a guy, all right? Blew a guy without him. Oh, no, other way around. Okay, how about we read the story before we get too crazy here, all right? Let's not misinform the public. Dwight Howard requests that a judge dismiss a lawsuit accusing him of sexually assaulting a man he met on Instagram. In court documents obtained by Radar Online, it was confirmed that the former NBA star connected with the accuser, Stephen Harper, via social media in May 2021. According to reports, Harper messaged Howard on Instagram and shared his phone number, to which Howard responded. Harper's lawsuit claims Howard expressed interest in freaky sex acts and explicit photos. Howard had admitted to exchanging several explicit texts with Harper from May to July 2021 and said they engaged in consensual kissing when Harper visited the home on July 19, 2021. Additionally, Harper's lawsuit, this is where I was getting confused. Go back up a little bit where it says additionally so I can read the whole thing. A little bit more?
Oh,
yeah. Additionally, Harper's lawsuit claims that Howard surprised him by requesting a threesome with a man dressed as a woman named Kitty. He allegedly refused the threesome and started performing oral sex on Howard. This is going to get graphic, folks, so get ready. Get ready to think about Dwight. If you're not reading along on YouTube, get ready to think about Dwight Howard doing this. Harper stated to resist Howard's advances when he stroked his penis through his underwear. He claims that Howard disregarded his objections and insisted that he was going to like it. Okay. Harper claimed that Howard stopped the sexual act when he realized he wasn't enjoying it. Interesting. So he had a change of heart in the middle of it. So he's what the Italians call a half a fag. He's only half. All right, so we I guess we could take this down. I think we get the idea. It was borderline. This was borderline rape on according to some of this stuff. That's what this sounds like. It was borderline. Dwight Howard was trying to I guess, force his way on this man and have a threesome. Now, it's said that he surprised him with a threesome with another guy. I like that they use the word surprised, right? Because that is a surprise. You come home or you go over to Dwight Howard's house, so you guys have been hanging out, you've been texting each other, sending each other pictures and whatever else. And they, they have a correspondence and they meet, and this Dwight invites Kitty over. He invites Kitty over and is like, hey, we're going to have a threesome, and surprises him, because that is a big surprise. Why is that? I feel like in most other situations, if someone said, hey, we're going to have a threesome with this other person that you'll probably be attracted to, it's like, hey, this is a good thing. Thank you for the surprise. Now it's all backwards. You're supposed to, this seems like Dwight rolled out the red carpet for this guy, and it turned backwards. It turned sideways. Now, what are you pulling up?
I have a on-topic anecdote from Mickey Mantle. I'm just trying to find a higher res version for it to put on screen to show you.
Did he do some strange...
No, it's just funny, because we were talking about like athletes getting pooned, and it's just like a funny on-brand... So Mickey Mantle was sent from... It was the 50th anniversary of Yankee Stadium, and their press, whoever faxes him, or however they sent letters back then in the 70s, to Mickey Mantle to re-engage on his most outstanding moment in Yankee Stadium. Think about one of the best Yankee players of all time. He
right.
He's probably think of many. So this is the letter they wrote to him to get him to respond.
Okay. As you probably know, 1973 marks the 50th anniversary of Yankee Stadium, and we are going to have a season-long golden anniversary celebration. We hope to mark the occasion on our Old Timers Day, Saturday, August 11th, as well as on individual dates during the season. We thought it would be interesting to learn from you what you consider your outstanding event at Yankee Stadium. In many cases, the answer is obvious, but because we are writing a large number of your former teammates, we are asking you to answer this question for us. 1973 will be the final season at Yankee Stadium. We know it. We will be located at Shea in 1974 and 75, while Yankee Stadium is completely rebuilt to reopen in 76.
Okay, so now it's like a fill-in-the-blank answer at the bottom from the old Mick.
Okay. I consider the following my outstanding experience at Yankee Stadium. I got a blowjob under, what does that say? Under the right field bleachers by the Yankee bullpen. By the Yankee bullpen? Like the
in
guys?
the stadium.
What the fuck? This event occurred on or about, give as much detail as you can. It was about the third or fourth inning. I had a pulled groin and couldn't fuck at the time. She was a very nice girl and asked what to do with the cum after I came in her mouth. I said, don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker. This is when men were men. This is when sexual assault.
Signed the All-American boy.
Mickey Mantle, babe. That is. I hope they didn't have the big screens back in the day, I'm sure. But nowadays, it'd be nice if they put that on the big screen to show everybody.
Share a nice anecdote.
That is nice. But see, this is what you expect from athletes. All right, you don't expect big mean Dwight Howard to be doing, stuff
Weird,
like this.
Freaky stuff.
Weird, freaky stuff. Flying people out to get it on with another person dressed as a lady, another man dressed as a lady. All right, It does, but again, if you're into that stuff, that sounds like a pretty warm welcome. That sounds like Dwight was excited to see him, at least. I don't know. The rest of it's bad because it said he held him down, and Howard felt uncomfortable and said, all right, I should stop doing this because I'm huge. I mean, if Dwight Howard wanted to rape either of us, he could. He's so big.
Speak for yourself.
No, I mean, he could do it physically if he wanted to. He's so big. I mean, I've done martial arts my entire life. I know how to beat people up. I don't know if I'm beating up Dwight Howard. That's a big fucker.
6'10", 6'11", something like that,
And
I believe.
He's wide. He's a brick shit house. If that guy didn't decide to, if he turned on the jailbird mentality, then that this guy's getting fucked. This guy, this dude that he flew out is, and it's not going to be good. But he had a change a change in the middle of it. And he's like, wait a second, I can't do this. And now this is what's happening to him. There was something I wanted to bring up in regards to the Mickey Mantle story. You made me remember it. I forgot what stadium it was. But did you see they put up a big picture of Hitler on one of the...
Oh, yeah.
They
It was
asked...
accidentally, too?
Well, it was one of the trivia questions. It was like, who was the
It was
fucking...
an NFL team, too, right? Or was it like
Oh,
a college?
I think it was college.
Oh, I know who it was.
Was it Michigan?
State.
It was
Yeah,
Michigan.
State
Yeah.
Spartans.
Oh, man, that's a brutal... Who signed that off? I think it was a... Let's find the story, because I think it was a trivia question. And they're like, who had... Who was the fucking leader of Germany or some shit? Let's see. Displaying a picture.
Let's see if they have the picture before we
Okay.
go too deep.
No, huh?
ESPN will definitely have it. They love that shit.
Yeah, they love putting up pictures of Hitler. You think they'll have it? I don't know if anyone wants a picture of Hitler on their fucking...
Maybe BuzzFeed. Reddit.
Reddit might. Reddit will have the picture. It was during the pre-game warm-up, too. Wow. It wasn't even the middle of the game. It was before.
That's the statement.
They were setting off the show with a
This is it.
picture of Hitler. Look at that.
Jewish Telegraphic Agency.
Deeply sorry for showing Hitler on screen. Okay, so what was the question? We got to at least know the question, because people were screaming it out, I'm sure. Hitler! It's Hitler!
It seems like they asked a question about Hitler. If the answer is Austria?
Yeah, right? Is that where he was born? Was he born in Austria?
Yeah.
That's got to be it then. Pre-game trivia quiz. My God, on the YouTube page.
Before the game even starts.
I know. They're
It's on
setting it
a-
off. Brutal on a Saturday. That's the That's the high day for Jewish people. That's what do they call it?
The question asked where Hitler was born. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. And they're like, we should show a picture of it. Let's not show a picture of Austria. First of all, why?
Just don't ask the question.
Exactly. If
Just
you're, but
don't
if,
talk about Hitler.
why are you gonna ask questions about Hitler at a fucking at a football game? It's but if you did, at least show the picture of Austria, like on a map, like bing, this is where Hitler was from. Instead, they're like, here's his most distinguished look. This is where we thought this was the best picture of Hitler that we could show you. It's like Abe Lincoln without his beard. Are there pictures of Hitler? We shouldn't find it, but are there pictures of Hitler without his mustache? It's definitely when he was young, like before he hit the charts, you know. It's like Charlie Chaplin. Look at that. He was the only other guy that could do it. Charlie. Oh, they photoshopped it. They took it off and made it. That's not him.
It's painted.
Yeah. Wow, huh? There isn't any.
9999.
Imagine.
Oh my God! Someone put a picture of Michael Jordan.
Because he's got the same mustache.
That might be real.
Yeah, that might be real. That's a young man without... He still looks dangerous.
That's a painting.
Yeah, some of them are probably... Who knows? Well, we get the idea. At least Michigan State is gonna... Are there a lot of Jewish people in the area in Michigan State? I can't imagine. I don't know if they're going that deep into the country.
I'm not sure.
Nonetheless, it's poor taste, Michigan. Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens with Dwight. I'm sure there's gonna be some wacky news about this. Hopefully, he comes out on the other side, because as we've said before, rich men are not safe. Rich men are they're constantly, there's people coming forward saying stuff. Who knows? But this is going to get a rise out of the community, out of the people who enjoy the NBA and everything that's going on, because you don't hear stories like this very often. Usually the people who, I mean, you hear the sexual assault, but the freaky, the weird, I don't know, it's usually artists or actors once you get into the outlandish. You know, not saying that having threesomes with two guys, if that's what you're into, that's not weird. Not even the cross-dressing is weird. I don't even think that's the right term anymore. You can't even say cross-dressing anymore, I feel.
So what is the act of wearing the wrong clothes?
You're gender fluid, bro. Come on. I saw a girl that I work with get upset at somebody for that. I was like, God, just, what do you... It's a guy who's wearing a dress. It's, I don't know. You got to have a word. I guess everyone wants to have a word for it. Gender fluid replaced cross-dressing. I don't know. How long we got? We've been... I feel like we've been flowing right through this. Oh, nice. We got time. Let's do another one. Dwight, we wish you the best. We'll fucking flow right through that.
I'm no cocksucker.
Yeah. And what's the other one? Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah.
I subscribe to the Washington Post for you for this one.
That's right. We have to do this. That's right. So a bunch of states are upset with Facebook and Instagram. Apparently, it's addictive. Oh, who said that? 41 states are suing. 41 states sue Meta, claiming Instagram and Facebook are addictive, harm kids. Wait, hold on. Show that. Show that again. It just says harm kids. I feel like that's a funny headline. Are addictive, harm kids.
Is that grammatically accurate? It might be.
I feel like it has to be. They wouldn't.
Are addictive, harm kids.
Harm kids.
Claiming Instagram, Facebook are addictive, harm kids.
Harm kids. Yeah, I guess. I'd like an and. I'd like and harm kids if you're going to do anything.
Yeah.
You know, are addictive and could harm kids, maybe?
I feel like it's a pointless. Is that an Oxford comma? Is that what that's called? A useless comma? An Oxford comma.
You go comma crazy. That's what my teacher used to say when you put too many of them.
Comma, chameleon.
That's right. Kamala Harris. That's a Kamala Harris right there. That's what that is. It's useless.
And black.
Yeah. Yes, only because the font that's the font they chose.
Sorry,
that's the standard font. It's black and Indian or whatever she is. Anyway. Yeah, so this is, people are finally had enough. People are hiding behind the kids. That's what we like to do. We hide behind the kids. That's why we love hearing about stories in schools where they shoot the kids, because that'll help us get more legislation passed because of the kids. We got to protect the kids. The FDA, they try to take away menthol cigarettes because of the kids, because kids are going to try menthol.
An interesting angle for this photo, too.
Yeah, right? It is interesting. It's from above. What did they have, a drone? Oh, don't mind this drone.
It's almost like it was taken through like a sniper scope.
Yeah.
Scary.
Like in one of those movies, like Black Hawk Down or something.
Yeah.
Olympus Has Fallen. I hate those movies. You know, those political, like, we got to get the president out of here.
The one with Channing Tatum and...
Maybe. I don't know. But it's like... Somebody's getting assassinated.
I'm thinking of White House Down.
White House Down. Yes, that's another one of those.
I like
movies.
that one.
Yeah, I guess. That Forrest Whitaker's in that, right? Is that the one with Forrest Whitaker?
Forrest Whitaker.
The guy who's got one eye that's closed sometimes.
Is he in that?
I think he is. I don't know. I feel like I watched that in high school. Imagine saying to your class, because it's an American history class, we're going to watch White House Down.
I thought it was Danny Glover.
You might be right. Maybe they're both in there. It's always good. Danny Glover. Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, it's Jamie Foxx as the president.
Jamie Foxx. Okay, so this is something. He was the president?
Yeah, he's the president.
Oh, so I'm thinking of something much older. Not much older, but it's one of these movies where everyone's fucking... It's just shots of people running and looking like, ah.
Are you thinking of Vantage Point?
Oh, I don't know.
You ever seen that? It's really good.
I'm not sure. If it's got Forrest Whitaker in it,
It is Forrest Whitaker.
I'm all fucking ears. And Dennis Quaid, are you kidding me?
It's really good. It's taken from multiple perspectives. Like, it'll be Forrest Whitaker's perspective at one point.
Yes,
then it'll rewind like 20 minutes, and then you're at Dennis Quaid's, and then you're at, is Sigourney Weaver in this?
Yeah, it says it down at the bottom. Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember this. This one was all right.
It's pretty good.
But it's a genre that they've done very often. How many times are we going to watch them kill the president?
The Archbishop.
And they won't actually do it.
Is it the Archbishop or something like that?
Is that another one?
Yeah, something like that.
The Archbishop.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they keep making movies. Eagle Eye's a good one. That's not about killing the president, but I just saw it down at the bottom. You remember Eagle Eye?
Oh, yeah.
When Shia LaBeouf, before he was a queef.
LaQueef.
Before he went crazy. I mean, I do like it when actors go crazy. You want an actor to go a little crazy. He's still good. He's still good at acting. He might be better. He might be better at acting because he went a little crazy. But Meta, how can we forget? We gotta go back. We got a schedule to keep here, people. Yeah, apparently it's bad for children's mental health to be on Instagram and Facebook. 41 states and the District of Columbia are suing. Why do they call it that still? Are suing Meta, alleging that the tech giant harms children by building addictive features into Instagram and Facebook. Legal actions that represent the most significant effort by state enforcers to tackle the impact of social media on children's mental health. The barrage of lawsuits is the culmination of a sprawling 2021 investigation into claims that Meta contributes to mental health issues among young people. While the scope of the legal claims vary, they paint a picture of a company that's hooked kids on its platforms using harmful and manipulative tactics. Wow, sounds like everything else that exists. It sounds like television. It sounds like video games. It sounds like movies. It sounds like anything that produces a feeling that is otherwise hard to find regularly. Like the feeling that you get when you're playing a video game because you're doing shit that you can't do in real life. It's obviously addictive. It's obviously addictive. And why, again, I go back to the point. Why is it only bad that it's harming the mental health of children and young people? I mean, they don't run anything yet. They're not doing anything yet. What about everybody that runs things now? Everybody that's in the workforce now that's supposed to be, planning a decent future for these children to then take over and whatever. And I get it, you want to nip it in the bud early, but why is the lawsuit that it's harming children and not harming just people in general?
I don't get how this doesn't just get thrown away immediately though, because it's not like Instagram makes the content that's on it.
Right. It just facilitates it.
Yeah, and everyone's page is different and catered to them, so maybe that's because of Instagram's algorithm, but what you watch on it, it's all on you, really.
Right. Yeah.
Like mine's big booty Latinas.
Sure. Tons. Doing squats.
May also be big booty Latinas, but
yeah. Right, that's on us.
Sure.
That's our fault.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones
that are addicted.
Finding it that's right. We're the ones who are fucked. Not them. Not them. Imagine a world where we didn't have these things. People don't want that. People don't want a world where you can't have Facebook and Instagram. Even if these 41 states, I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to make them less addictive? How? People are going to want to know, even if they, let's say one addictive property is the phone buzzing. Every time your phone buzzes and you get a notification, you want to see it every time. You're like, oh, especially when you post something new and you're like, people are going to like it. You want to see it.
Yeah, that's every app on the entire phone that does that, though.
Right, exactly. Even if you took, the notification when the app is closed, if you took that out, like if your phone's on hold and they're not, coming through, which you can do already, you can silence notifications already. But let's say they made that a feature. People are still going to go on. They're still addicted to the feeling of getting the likes. Not to mention the newest form of, I think, social media addiction is doom scrolling. It's so easy to just scroll. TikTok changed the game. There's no lawsuits against TikTok anymore. What about that? What about that one? Huh? At least this is a homegrown company. We're doing it to our own people. This is American.
Like I remember early days of Twitter. You used to be able to scroll Twitter, and it'll say you've reached the end.
Yeah. Not now.
Yeah.
Now
you
it's
can just endlessly go.
endless. You just keep going. Especially Twitter. It just puts stuff from people you don't even follow. It just keeps going and going. It's like the written algorithm of what Instagram and TikTok do visually, because you just fucking, it's brutal. But again, it's just like anything else. It's just like anything else, and it's arguably worse because you don't really have to. It's the most convenient drug there is. You can get everything on there. Plus, it's hard to do any kind of business if you're not on these things. If you're not, not to mention how much money you can make just by getting a following on Instagram and on these things. So of course, it's so attractive, especially to kids now. All right, what are you gonna do if you're a parent? If you're a parent listening to this, imagine if you couldn't give your kid your phone to just play on. I mean, you'd kill yourself. It's just like our generation. If we didn't have televisions, our parents would be like, fuck, what am I going to do with this fucker? He won't leave me the fuck alone.
Like, only build so many puzzles.
Yeah, exactly. And puzzles are so much fun when they're on your phone. You got to be on your phone. We are an addictive creature. I don't mean Americans, but I mean animals in general. We like to be addicted to things. It's part of what we do. That's why so many we're so interested in different states of consciousness. We're some of the only animals that take things to change our perception and view of the world. And once people figure out you can make money off it, then it's like, we got to make it more addictive, more readily available. It's like vape. It's like vaping. You don't have to go outside. There's no real rules. You can hide it. You hit it, in a maternity ward, you can smoke a vape, right? In a maternity ward, you can smoke a vape. You can, and now, before, right, if you had a stupid opinion, you had to get up on a soapbox in a town square or go into a tavern and get everybody together and talk to them about it. Now, if you're a lunatic person, you can just go on Facebook and write about it. I know plenty of people who do it. They're in my family. People in my family, all of them, they go on Facebook and they post every kind of media they can. They post a picture and then they post a video and they post a really long, drawn-out fucking status, all of it, and they'll post an audio file and a collage, and they'll just do tons and tons and tons of it. And I mean, they can't imagine a world they could. It's like having Apple Maps now. Imagine what we did before Apple Maps, before MapQuest. People just had maps. It's so inconvenient. Now, if you have something stupid to say, if you're a middle-aged person who has nothing else in their life and they just want to go on Facebook and take quizzes to find out which animal they would be if they were an animal, or to find out which home they would live in after they take a quiz, they want to do that and they want to show that to people. That's why this won't win. That's why these 41 states, regardless of whether it's a just cause, they also love Instagram and they love Facebook. And they also have kids that love Instagram and love, well, they don't really love Facebook anymore. It's kind of an old person's game, as I was alluding to. It's, they aren't, the jury doesn't see it any other way either. It's just as American as anything else. It's just as addictive as anything else. It's dollar margaritas. Okay, it's the same thing as dollar margaritas. If those can exist, if kids can eat Oreos and chicken nuggets, they should be allowed to be on here, because that stuff isn't necessarily any less addictive. It's not any less worse for them mentally and just what it'll do to you physically will fuck with you mentally. Some of those things, and it's delicious. I mean, it's so good, but it's cheap, just like anything else. It's cheap, and especially kids who don't have to pay for their phones, children who don't have to pay for this thing that they can just do anything endlessly on all the time. It is free and cheap and easy, and you get accustomed to it. And we would be robbing children of a childhood, a modern childhood, right? It's like if you went to a kid in the 50s and you took away his bicycle. You'd be, and his fishing pole and his stickball stick. You'd be ruining the life of a kid if you couldn't let him get addicted to something early. You want to get your kids addicted to things early. You want them to be used to being addicted to things. You got to get them on drugs because they're not paying attention in school. You got to put that in them. Get the drugs in them. Give them the soda. What about soda? When are they going to ban soda? How come the FDA allows soda and now this is bad? Again, it's just people hiding behind kids. Kids are apparently supposed to be the end-all, be-all for us because one day they're going to be doing things and they're going to be whatever. I don't know about you guys, but every generation of kids gets watered down one way or another. Their minds get polluted one way or another. There's no legislation that'll be passed. There's no regulation. There's no parameters that can be built that will stop American children from being corrupted early, from the womb, early on, just from what they watch to what they eat, to who their parents are. That's where it really starts, to who decided to procreate, because there's plenty of people who shouldn't be doing that, and a lot of them right now are coagulating in places like Applebee's and fucking, you know, they're making Facebook groups and they're getting together and they're fucking each other and they're making children that shouldn't exist. The children shouldn't exist, and the reason why they're even here is to be addicted to these things. It's to feed back into the economy. It's to get them to buy stuff that they don't need, watch stuff that's going to corrupt them and ruin them and melt their brains. Kind of like this show. Kind of like the fact that we can have this show that people will listen to. This isn't, I mean, it's not addictive, right? The show's not, it would be nice if it was, but it's not. People aren't addicted to this show, but it is probably, in some sense, detrimental to the mental health of some, especially kids. Good thing no kids listen to this. But the fact that we can even have this show and the fact that we can have all these things is just another another one of those freedoms, one of those social freedoms that we can chalk up to living here in the greatest place with the greatest deals. With the greatest deals, and this is a major lawsuit. It's big, 41 states all suing for the same thing, for the protection of our children who are going to grow up and bomb other places anyway, or they're going to continue the cycle and meet another person who is probably inept to being a parent, just like they are. They've never really figured it out, but they do it anyway. And they have kids, and the kids are annoying, and they're misbehaving all the time. So they put a cell phone in front of them that has Instagram, and it has TikTok, and it has Facebook, and they can scroll, and they can watch videos, and they can play games, and they'll grow up, and they'll keep doing it, and it'll be happily ever after until the end of time. And I think on that, ladies and gentlemen, will bring us to a close on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Thank you for playing along. As always, we'll talk to you again next week. Peace.